Hey guys, so over the past 6 months, I've switched listening from, rap and lyrical music that made me feel good at the moment to listening to classical and binaural music. And in this video, I want to tell you about how I'm feeling at the moment, like my current status and emotional state, and how this has helped me a lot in excelling in business and just focus on the things that I should focus on to improve myself, improve my business and my life overall. So when I started or when I was listening to this R&B music that contained a lot of keywords related to love, everything that is built in us as desires, I was feeling good at the moment. My ego was also pumping. And I used to listen to this music mostly at the gym. And sometimes I would put it to, I would turn it on to work. It would give me this temporary motivation for me to finish up a task that I've been working on for a while. And this music was fun at the moment again, but as time passed on, I was getting those thoughts and feelings that I didn't want to have, especially in this part of the journey where I'm just focused on my business and I want to have this sharp focus and sharp emotional state that allows me to level up at a faster rate without getting distracted. So listening to this content and even watching certain type of content, you know what I'm talking about, was introducing a lot of negative stuff that was entering my mind and distracting me everywhere. But once I stopped consuming this type of content, the bad music and the bad videos, let's say, everything's everything kind of changed. I entered the emotional state which is called euthymia, where I was emotionally stable for the majority of the time, and I wasn't like depressed a lot or even happy a lot. I was satisfied with living my everyday life. Whereas a lot of, or the majority of the population these days is continuously introduced to this bad content, which is music and videos, let's say, and sounds that shouldn't be introduced to us because they trigger our desires that therefore distract us from our main purpose. And you can see this a lot of places where people are depressed because they continuously indulge in the consumption of this type of content that gives the dopamine hit in the short term, but in the long term it just fills our mind with imagery and with sounds that we don't want to have, and that keeps us stuck in this kind of loop and addiction that we cannot get out of. So after stopping consuming this content and specifically listening to music that contained a lot of keywords that were related to love and desires, my life changed. So I was able to focus more, level up more, and I didn't have the urge anymore to indulge in stuff that does not level me up. Hopefully, you understand what I'm talking about. I want to keep the language as positive as possible, but I hope you get the idea that, whatever you consume, maybe at the moment you might think that it's not going to affect you a lot, but in the long term, as you start, getting into those deep focus states and just want to attain euthymia, you realize that there is a lot of junk in your mind that you need to get rid of. And the best way to do this is to stop consuming all types of content that do not help you and that play with your emotions and trigger your desires to, prompt you to take action instead of taking action based on purpose. So hopefully this video was useful to you guys. What I'm doing here is documenting my journey and explaining everything that I go through that improves me and allows me to level up at a faster pace to reach the goals that I set for myself. So if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe. And with all that being said, all I ask from you is to take care of yourself, take risks, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.